Coming up today on This Is True Really News, Delta.
We're doing this again?
Yeah, Delta Airlines makes a statement.
Kind of makes you wonder why, doesn't it?
If you like statements, please like, subscribe, and follow This Is True Really News. And if you have a story you think our fancy would be tickled by, you just send it to TITR@netradio.network.
There will be no fancy tickling here.
Well, then I guess I have to take off the tutu.
Leave the tutu.
Fetching, is it?
Nope. Yeah, I mean, yes. Oh, yes.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true,
Really?
as far as you know.
Did you do all that now?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm just a little queasy from that whole thought.
I'm out of breath. It was, a lot.
I so don't want to know. So I promised the alligator stories yesterday, but got waylaid by the China story, which led into an alligator story, which led into a whole bunch of stuff that should make anyone south of the Mason-Dixon line pretty crabby with us. Where was I now? 4 hunters killed what they believe is the largest alligator in Mississippi history over the weekend.
Hi, Jessa. Did you see that alligator?
Gonna be like that, is it, every time?
For a while.
Okay. As long as you can remember which.
That Jessa's from the South.
Should be about over.
I hope it's not the South Bronx, because that would be wrong. What?
You never know. They could be in the sewers. I've heard that. 4 hunters killed the largest alligator in Mississippi history over the weekend, a beast weighing 802.5 pounds, 14 feet long.
Wow.
Dubbed by the press nightmare material.
Right.
You think? Where's Stephen King when you need him? Far away from the alligator.
Well, he lives in what? Up in Connecticut or something, or
New Hampshire or someplace.
Yeah, up on the Northeast. Yeah.
The place we'd always go to just to incite political riots, because we're good at that. The prehistoric looking beast
tread on me.
Was taken out Saturday in the Yazoo River on the second day of Mississippi's alligator hunting season. See, I'm still picturing those. I've still got that Bayou voice in my head.
From the Yahoo River?
No, from the
those search engine guys have gone too far.
No, from the swamp people thing. It's
yes.
Anyway,
Okay.
According to Red Antler Processing on Facebook, that's when the story broke.
Well,
sure. Don Woods, one of the 4 men who killed the monster gator, told the Clarion Ledger that he and his companions, all seasoned gator hunters, spotted the gargantuan reptile in the river a short time after setting out in their boats around 9 o'clock. Suppose he was just waiting for his wife to get home from the dollar store.
Yeah. Check for her in the river under the bank.
Said we knew he was wide. It was like we were following a John boat.
Even a Jeff boat.
Yeah. No, a Jeff boat doesn't have a flat. Never mind. What the hunters didn't know was that it would take them 7, quote, mentally exhausting hours to haul the toothy behemoth. Behemoth? The teethy behemoth. There we go. That makes more sense. The toothy behemoth into the boat. So we hooked him 8 or 9 times, and he kept breaking off. Duh.
Well, he's huge.
Yeah, he's 800 pounds, dude. He kept going under logs. He knew what was going. He knew what he was doing, dude. To get to be that fat and that long, he lived a couple of weeks. Woods told the outlet that the gator ended up breaking almost all their rods and reels before finally tiring out after a night of wild thrashing. I'm sorry. Why do I keep picturing like a cane pole up at Lake Mille Lacs? Come gator. Rats broke another one. 722 million later. Wood said he dictated everything we did. It was exhausting, but your adrenaline gets going, so you don't notice it until you're done.
Yeah, and then, oh, man.
Yeah.
After episodes like that.
The hunters finally got the upper hand just before 4 a.m. But even then, they didn't grasp really how large it was because, well, let's be honest, it's 4 a.m. They're tired. It's dark. We just knew he was big. We were just amazed at how big he was.
Probably get 2 wallets out of him.
Oh, dude, you can make 2 wallets and a small car and still have the handbag and shoes. So if you wanted to check him out, he's 14 feet 3 inches long, 802.5 pounds. His belly girth, 66 inches.
Ooh.
The previous record, because I know you're all wondering.
I was wondering about that.
Was a 14 feet and 3/4 inches.
Okay.
And weighed in at 766.5 pounds. Now that one was taken in 2017. Do you suppose because of global warming? What do we call it now?
Climate change. Yep.
I'm sure it's because of climate change that gators are just getting bigger.
Absolutely.
Pretty soon, small poodles won't be the only ones to be very scared on golf courses in Florida.
It's funny that warmer weather tends to kill fewer people than really cold weather, if you look at the statistics. And we have a dearth of CO2 in the atmosphere right now compared to other times in the planet's history. We also get bumper crops. Good Lord, they've been wrong the whole time. Sorry, where'd this soapbox come from?
I don't know. I've been looking over the edge here, and I'm not sure where we are.
You can pick it up wherever you need.
Okay, thanks.
Sorry.
No, I'm done. You're good.
In a statement.
Do something.
In a statement, Delta Airlines says Flight 194 from Atlanta to Barcelona returned to Atlanta following an onboard medical issue. Our teams worked as quickly.
A medical issue?
Oh, yes. Our teams worked as quickly and safely as possible to thoroughly clean the airplane and get our customers to their final destination. We sincerely apologize to our customers for the delay and inconvenience to their travel plans. The flight was 2 hours into its flight from Atlanta to Barcelona, Spain. The onboard medical issue was fecal matter, which is bad enough, but it gets worse. Apparently,
how can it get worse?
Listen up. Apparently, a passenger developed a severe case of diarrhea, which was tracked through the entire plane. I'm guessing the mad dash from the front of the plane to the back of the plane to get to the toilet was accompanied by ing sounds and a mess on the floor. The pilot reported a biohazard issue and headed back the 2 hours to Atlanta. I have one question.
Holy.
Does that affect food service, do you suppose?
It was Planet of the Apes. They had a food fight.
Now they had refried beans on the menu.
No, they'd have still thrown it.
Yep.
So you thought the Mississippi Monster was a big deal, right? And he was, right? Was he? 802.5 pounds?
Yeah, Jessa saw
14 feet long.
Yep. I think she helped wrangle him.
Team of hunters from a Florida lake.
All right.
900-pound gator.
It's only because he ate a 600-pound boar.
Or two 350-pound gators. Do gators eat gators? I
would imagine if they could. Don't the males sometimes eat the children?
No, that's just human beings.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin Groats, an outdoorsman who runs the outfit Florida Gator Hunting, told Orlando WESH2, I had a fear like I have never felt before.
Jess, did it scare you while you were there?
She gets around the South, doesn't she?
Well, she's very nimble.
That girl travels. Weighing a whopping 920 pounds. God. Measured 13.3 feet long. So
he was fat.
So the Mississippi Gator is still longer.
As they say.
Florida Gator ate better. Lifelong Floridian said he'd never experienced anything like this in his 20 years as a charter boat captain. He and his team found the behemoth in a lake near an Orlando population hub. I don't know what that means. A neighborhood?
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing, where a lot of people live, maybe.
And knew they had to remove it to keep it safe. There's a picture of it where they've kind of got him strung up to his back legs.
Yeah.
And the man standing with his son, the son comes up to about the midway point of the gator. The man makes it all the way up to the neck.
Oh, my.
So unless he's 5'5", that's a lot of gator.
Well, considering how rotund he is, I'm thinking 3 wallets.
Do you suppose anybody looked back and said, you need a bigger boat?
I sure hope. Well, they said, you need a bigger boat.
You should see this. I mean, the thing is just, remember it's a Peter Pan story with Robin Williams. Hook.
Peter Pan?
Hook.
Yes.
Remember they had the gator all crated up?
Oh, yeah.
Gator? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what this thing reminds me of.
Wow.
It's just from tail. Oh, wow. Okay, if that guy is just 6 feet tall, he doesn't even fit. He doesn't even get, well, maybe most of the tail.
Oh, my.
It's hard to tell because tail and body just sort of meld into one.
That's kind of how they work.
Wow. Now I'm kind of glad I live in Minnesota. Well, there's one reason. And the taxes are low. Roads are good. Weather's nice.
Well, that one day.
Why do we live in Minnesota?
Because our wives won't leave.
That was it. Yeah.
This from Patrick.
We could show them. We could just move.
We wouldn't last 10 minutes.
That's true. And the going away party they'd have would be awful. They would be having fun.
Right. And we wouldn't be invited.
Well, no, we're the reason.
From Patrick Reed, our man in Liverpool, a man has left residents baffled after he was spotted taking his pet tortoise everywhere with him, including to the pub and the beach.
Better than being striped, dude.
Roy Moody from Isleworth, Middlesex, recently took his beloved reptile named Two Eater on a holiday in Cornwall. Is that
I would have got a turtle sitter, but that's just me.
Is that like going to Foley?
You know, Eric, listen, we're going to be gone for a couple days. Can you check on the turtle?
Well, what do you do?
Because even if he doesn't, it's a turtle.
We're going to the Caribbean. We're taking the turtle to Tortuga, which means turtle.
So you're taking the turtle.
The old inn at St.
It's kind of like the Sahara Desert is the desert.
Took him to the pub, the old inn in St. Breward. Cute name for a pub, right? Breward.
I'm just trying to figure out how does a turtle drink because he's got no thumbs.
Where she feasted on fresh tomatoes and a handful of the inn's renowned chips. So she likes French fries.
All right.
The old inn
with us.
But the old inn wasn't the only place on Two Eater's itinerary.
Where else did Two Eater? Why would you name a girl turtle Two Eater? That's just rude. She'll never get a date.
The 9-year-old tortoise had a day out at Holsheath Beach, which does not sound appetizing if you catch my drift.
Are we not in the UK?
Yes.
There is no beach in the UK that sounds appetizing. I watch people go into the beach in Hawaii.
Yeah.
That looks like you should do it.
Yeah.
When you have to be in a wetsuit in the middle of July.
Right. It's like
set foot in the ocean.
It's like surfing in San Francisco.
Yep.
Which is cold water. Really cold water.
I would refer to it as stupid, but okay.
Mr. Moody told Somerset Live, Two Eater comes pretty much everywhere with me and really enjoys her trips out. To ensure Two Eater doesn't wander off, Moody uses a harness typically designed for an Alsatian.
Really? Does she go jogging with you?
If it was my turtle, yes. However, given her species, it's debatable how far or fast she could actually go if she did manage to escape. We had that one turtle who nearly made it across town. Remember that?
Yeah.
The owner of the pub says
we had a head start, though, so that's not really.
The owner of the pub, and this is my favorite quote, we got lots of dogs and horses. What menagerie lives in this pub?
Well, apparently dogs, horses, and now one turtle.
Well, it's beyond doubt the strangest pet they've ever had visit the pub. We're delighted Two Eater enjoyed her chips and tomatoes and look forward to welcoming her back on her return visit. You go, girl.
Slow day has it, guys.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.